Josh Lambo set to kick off.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle made by Dante.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Lions.
On the handoff, it's Madison. Still on his feet. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
It's a gain
Anytime a team goes on the road, there's always that little bit of fear that maybe they can be affected by the hometown crowd. But this is where game planning really came into play. They talked about it all week. Go in there, establish yourselves. Well, that run right there, that slows down the crowd and gives them a lot of confidence.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Madison, the
well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, this is Madison. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And the Lions first down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
God damn it.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Complete to
Alexander Madison. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Those are the drives that prove a lot. You got a rookie quarterback, Charles. You're on the road, takes him down, throws the touchdown pass.
And in a game like this, with, as you described, a rookie quarterback, the team usually says, okay, we got to take care of this guy. We got to protect him. But when he goes out and plays like this on the first drive on the road, he doesn't have to say, I'm here to be your leader. They just need to follow him.
Extra point safely through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Perry, the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
It was fun getting ready for this game, wasn't it? Because normally we talk to the coaches and the players. I think you and I asked to talk to the trainer to see how his arm is going to be.
A lot of ice after last week.
After last week's game, boy, what a performance that was. And you know who else is having fun? Receivers. Because they get a chance to do what they do best, which is go out and catch the ball.
Yeah, and that last week effort, he threw for well over 400 yards. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
As a defensive back, you have have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
Josh Jacobs.
He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll move the chains. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play. We're able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's good.
The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. He took out some anger, some apparent anger against that defense. The yards just kept going up and up and up.
Yeah, he was just running up and down the field doing whatever he wanted. By the end of the game, he was seeing 2, sometimes 3 defenders on every snap. Yet he was still making play after play. It was like he was running routes versus air in practice.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it, each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Glass. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
To Foster Moreau.
What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game, and we see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
It's a gain of 34.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still first down.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now a give to Madison. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 7-7, our score after 1. Running the jet sweep with Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Glass. 4th down after the New Orleans defense holds serve.
Not sure what you're thinking here, partner, but I believe the officials have done a nice job here getting together and then coming out and indicating that there was a receiver.
And make these niggas go.
Absolutely, and he was in the area. Correct call made. No grounding. And this one is right through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead.
Saints 7.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And he is the NFC reigning offensive player of the week. You got to think all the guys that take the field each and every week. That's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
At the 47-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage of the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
The coach is trending right now. Right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter. 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 26. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Third down.
On 3rd down, they run with Madison. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And the Lions first down.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Catch made, it's Moreau. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First down, Lions.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Glass. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Caught by the tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions 35. 23 yards to pick up there. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Now a timeout.
Complete.
7 seconds left in the 1st half.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
that
a yard.
last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
By the Lions. They'll take over 1st and 10.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the 1st half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our...
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Perry, the return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Desmond King making the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Glass. Caught out left side by Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Allen Robinson. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On 1st and 10, Glass. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. From the gun, Glass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
To Mike Williams.
Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
45-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away.
Incomplete.
And now it's third.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.